Welcome to Boca Soul, featuring Calypso. Brought to you by the Calypso Shah Spiritual Center in Boca Raton. Specializing in past lives readings, astrology, plus energy healing, event planning, and more. Calypso Spiritual Center, where you discover the beauty of your soul. Call 561-808-9180 to make your appointment. And now, here's today's Boca Soul.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Boca Soul Show. Today, Calypso Shah will be covering the topics of being a medium and angels. We'll be covering what a medium is, what a medium does, and miscellaneous questions about spirits and the like. The second part of the show will discuss angels. If you have any questions about today's subject matter, you can call 561-808-9108.
Yay.
Okay. Hello, Calypso.
Hello, how you doing?
Very good, thank you.
How you doing, everybody? Nice afternoon, Florida. Happy.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So let's get right into it.
Yes, please, come with your questions. Attack me.
Maybe not attack, but I'll give you a run for your money.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Now, first question is, what is a medium?
Well, a medium is a person that can connect with people that passed, can connect with angels or other spiritual beings. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So, they connect with people who are dead or otherwise.
It could be with people that died or people that are just a spirit, because not every spirit is somebody that lived before. But most of the time when we use the term medium and not psychic is when we connect to people that passed. People
Nice.
that passed away. Okay?
Okay. So, on that topic, what happens when a person dies?
Whoa, good question. Usually when a person died, the spirit goes out of the body.
Right.
Many people that died speak about that they saw light, or they see people that passed before that are coming in and welcoming him or her. So what happened is that mostly is something like this. Many times people, when they die, they kind of see their family, their loved ones, they see exactly what happened there. Now we have different questions. What happened with every spirit? Not every spirit goes to the same place. Not every spirit will do the same path when they die. So some will go to the light and go to the spiritual place. Some will stay. Some will be protecting their family. So we have more questions and more answers to this. So maybe you want to go to the next question so we can make it more clear.
Okay, so there are multiple things that could happen when a person dies.
Definitely.
Okay. So how does a medium connect to someone who's passed away?
Okay, a medium is a person that has this ability to connect with spirits. So it doesn't matter if the spirits are somebody that died or spirits that exist for different reasons. It could be angels, it could be anything. So each medium has its own way. I can explain to tell you what is my way. And my way is that I feel, I hear, I see symbols. Okay?
Okay.
So, for example, just somebody that I know from the place where I was born just died. Oh, it's a woman that I knew for many, many years. We were not really friends for many years, but it doesn't matter. And I see the spirit, not with my eyes, but I see her with like almost an imaginary way. But I know that it's true. And I see her young. I see her young again, like she was before, like I knew her, and I see what she's doing. So it's like almost somebody's talking in my head. I see faces and sometimes symbols. So this is kind of a way how I put it together. I see problems of other women that are medium, and they have similar things to what I do. But each one of us is other way. I know medium that she see light, certain light around, and then the words coming to her. So it's different, but it's the same way.
The
Okay.
general concept is the same.
Right.
Okay. So, what is a ghost?
Well, ghost is actually a person that died that got stuck in a place that he died or she died, or in a place that they knew very well. Many times we talk about ghosts that somebody that suffered a lot, was tortured, was killed, and like sudden death, or when it was unjust, like not injustice. So somebody killed them and it was wrong.
In an unjust way, you mean?
In an unjust way. Thank you. Many people that are ghosts are people that can't leave, that they don't feel like they can leave their family or the place that they are, or they don't acknowledge. So when a person died, there is a kind of opening, there is a gate that opened for them. So we see the light, we see people coming to pick up the person, and if the person doesn't go to the light in the moment and doesn't understand what to do, sometimes it gets stuck. Ghosts could be wandering for hundreds of years, and we are many places where there are ghosts that are there for so long, and it could be for a while, for a short while. But I think that many people get stuck as a ghost because they really are confused and they don't want to let go of their reality. Okay?
Okay. How is a ghost different from a spirit?
Well, a spirit, spirit could be a spirit that never was on a planet. It's just a spirit, We all are spirits, but some spirits are the ones that are there to guide us, and some are the ones that come in and out body and live the life like human, and then they go. A ghost is still a spirit, but a ghost is a spirit that is not in the spiritual world precisely. It's between places. It's hard a little bit to explain, but it is between.
I understand what you're saying.
Who picks to be in these different realms? You could be a ghost or you could be a spirit. How does that get chosen?
I think it's not a question of choosing it precisely. It's a question of confusion and the maturity of the spirit in the moment of leaving the body. I know that many people, when they leave the body and they worry too much about the family, especially parents, they might become ghosts because they can't let go of the family. They want to still be there. It could be a guardian as well, which is in a completely different place when we talk about it and so on. But I think it's more like something that happened in a moment of passing, that this spirit is just getting confused and just stay where it stays. Okay?
Can a ghost end up moving on in their realm at any point in its life or in its duration? Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Actually, in Judaism, we have a lot of prayers to support the spirit when the spirit leaves the body. We have the Kaddish. We have, like in the first year, there are all kind of things that we do for the spirit to help the spirit to go where it belongs, where it needs to go, and be there and be happy. But sometimes it's unfinished business, like in the movie Ghost, like it's unfinished business. He couldn't go because he couldn't let go of the reality, and he was worried about the loved one, his fiancé, whatever.
Could you explain that example a little better?
Okay. So let's say that a person dies, but they can let go. They worry about the wife, about the kids, about somebody. Okay? So they don't move, and at the moment they don't go to the light, they don't go where they're supposed to go, they stay there in the reality. So now you're a ghost. Okay? You're stuck between things. You're not a spirit in the spiritual world, you're not human and a body. So with some help, with prayers and help of other people, you might be, maybe you will find your way. Or you will have to find your way, going through maybe many years, like going around and around and around until one day you're like, oh, I got it. So it can happen to us even as human, that we go over and over and we can move from a spot that we are stuck at, and then something happened to us and we get tired of being stuck there. So there are all kinds of things. Even when you are in the situation, there are angels and spirits that help you. The question if you can see them, because you are stuck. Okay? Makes sense what I'm saying, or you want?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, actually, I wanted to hear about that example you're saying about the movie Ghost, because some of us haven't seen Ghost. Some of us, not many.
Can be.
But
I saw it only a million times.
yes.
What I wanted to ask is, like the movie, where he finished his deal and decided to move on to a different realm.
Right.
I have seen programs where images, or I lived in a house, I'll give you an example, and a medium came into the house and explained that there was a person that died in that house. He died of a heart attack, arguing with his son. And the key words there was that he died arguing with his son. And his son and him left without finishing their business because he died that night.
Right.
His spirit was still in the house and created problems for the owners of that house, between the mother and the daughter. And what the medium told us to do was, told them to do something that sort of calmed that spirit. I don't know what it is. How does that happen? How is it that these entities can still create havoc among the living if they're spirits?
Okay, the spirit, you're spiritual, I'm spiritual. So we have this energy field that we create. We create a lot of things, not just with our body. There are things that we're moving and we're doing with our thoughts, right? When you're just pure spirit, you can still do it. You can still move things, you can still create things. We're just talking with Linda about that after her father died and all that, birds start appearing. So in many people told me the same story about animals, something that symbolized the one that they loved in past, appearing in a place that you don't even expect it. So they're coming and they can affect nature, they can affect things around you to give the message. In this case, because it was like a lot of anger with this person and it was something really going on when he passed, he actually brought frustration and anger into the place, and he got stuck there because he went in a way that was very fast and with anger. So he's just creating more anger, and he's there, but
Always angry, Calypso? He's always angry there?
is always angry.
And is he always going to stay angry there?
Well, this is a good question, and because I think in a way, sometimes when ghosts are doing this, they're like saying, I'm here. Now they're doing it in a way that they know how to. So if you're a very good person, as a person, when you will be ghost, you will be kind and nice, you will not try to scare people. When you're an angry person and upset and critical, if you're a ghost, you might become very aggressive. So to end it, there are prayers, there are things for protection, and many times what we want to do is tell this ghost, please go to the light, and obviously not everybody can tell them that and they understand. It needs to be a person who knows how to help them to go there. I don't know how to do this. I know how to talk with spirits, but I don't know how to tell them go to the light Some people knows how to just really make them see the light and move to the light. Okay, so yeah, it could be a very long time. Now for the spirit, it's 5 minutes, like it could be 5 minutes, what for us is 100 years. So for them it's like, well, I'm just here for 5 minutes.
I actually wanted to bring something I heard as well.
Okay.
I was watching a show on TV, and it was about a family that was having a lot of trouble with a spirit. Now the spirit was of an old gentleman who lived maybe 50 years before they moved into the house, and he was causing them a lot of problems, and he was a very angry spirit, and he just didn't really want to go. He saw it as his house. He didn't want to give it to anybody.
Yes.
So they had a medium come in and talk to the spirit of the man and say that he's already long dead and there's a family living there, and he can be there, but he can't cause problems for them.
Okay.
And that eased up a lot of the issues. Just wanted to bring that.
Okay, and you bring something that really happened many times. Many people are very connected to their homes, and a lot of stories of ghosts are about spirit that this was their place and they're still there. They sometimes don't even know that they are dead. This is another aspect of being ghosts. Sometimes they don't really know that they're dead, and they are wondering what these people are doing in their home. So, this is something that needs, you need to understand. Some places I will not go. I know that when people talk about place that is haunted, I will not go there. It's just, it's something you need to solve by professional, and people need to be aware that it could be very bad. But I want to bring another aspect of it, and the other aspect of it that I think that sometimes when we think that it's ghosts, it's actually entities.
What is an entity?
Mm-hmm.
Entities. There could be people from another planets. I don't know how to say people, entities.
Beings from another
Beings
planet.
that are from other planets, and they want, this is a gate for them to come through, and they want people away. So they put all this like mumble schmumble of like ghosts, so people will not go through and will not come to this place. I was watching a lot of programs about haunted places that are very haunted. A lot of them, I think, is just somebody's trying to scare a human from coming in. So this is another aspect. I don't know.
Kind of like Scooby-Doo.
Kind of. Yes, kind of.
Okay.
Oh, I got a question. If something were to happen and I were to die, does it matter where you die, Calypso? If I die here, or in a car accident, God forbid, or at a home in my house, does it matter if my soul will stay where you die? Is that the important part?
I just talked with Linda before we started, and I explained that to each spirit there is a gate. There is a place where the spirit will leave the world. So hospitals are usually a gate. It's actually an energy gate where spirits can come through and can go out. So babies born there and go out. But there are other gates that are all over, and your gate might be, God forbid, here or in another place, and this is your gate to go. It's not wrong. Every person will die in the place that they have to die. If you have to die in the Himalaya, God forbid, or you have to die in your bed, it's already something that was written, and it's your gate. So if you die in a certain place, doesn't mean that your spirit can stay there. It's depends on how you deal with it as a spirit, but it doesn't mean that your spirit needs to stay there. If you died in the hospital, it doesn't mean that for the rest of your eternity you are around hospital, right? Usually we go to the family. Usually we're around family, but usually most of the spirits just go to the spiritual world where they can see everything that happened to their loved ones. So you could be there and you could be next to your loved ones without being jeopardized, without being in this between worlds.
So can a ghost travel? Like what you're saying, about going to the family, that means a ghost can travel from the places they died to another point?
Definitely. The ghost could be in many places. The ghost could be actually in a few places at the same time, because there's no space for ghosts. You know, for spirit, there's no space, there's no time.
Right, because they don't have a body.
Exactly. So they, like if you die, you can see a person that is here, and a person that is in another country, and all kind of other people that you loved in the same time. Maybe each one of them will say, oh, I felt your presence, or whatever. You felt the presence of this person, and another person like miles away will say, I felt at the same time. It's okay, because spirit can be in many places at the same time.
So can spirits interact with anyone, or can they only interact with specific people?
Well, the spirit tries to interact with everyone, but the spirit, most of the time, people don't see it, don't feel it, or they don't believe in it. So obviously, people that, like me, medium, many times people need to come to people like me and to get this connection, but basically everybody can connect to the people that they knew, loved ones, or people that they want to connect that passed. Okay?
So if my brother passed, and if I were to sit with you, it's not a guarantee that he's going to come forward, correct?
If you sit with me specifically, is coming forward.
He will come forward.
Yeah, right. But if you ask specifically about him, he will come forward. If you say, well, do you see anybody around me? Maybe another person that passed that is more urgent to talk with you will come forward. If I talk to a group of people, usually will come a few, not one, a few that represent something for everybody. Okay? So many times when you have a group of people working with medium, there will come one person and another that have a reason, strong reason to appear in that moment, but it's kind of good lesson for everybody else. Okay.
Okay. Do you need to go through a medium to connect to people that have passed?
Okay. We kind of answer to this question. You don't have to.
Or maybe a better question is, do people have the ability to be mediums? I know that you've been fortunate enough to have that gift, but do we all have that gift? Is it something that we just are not in tune with?
Well, you know what, when I talk with many people about it, and everybody, they talk with me, and somebody passed them and their family, friends, etc. They say that they felt the spirit of this person. They felt that they're around them, but they're not sure, or they're sure, but they don't know. They want reassurance. So you can connect with somebody that you love by just talking. It's like a talking in your head, and you feel like, am I crazy? This person is dead, but it's actually talking with this person. It will be, you can look in symbols and all kind of things that represent this person. It's like we say about birds, or about, I talk with a lady that her mother, I asked her, this was a story that I met this woman in the store. And she started talking with me about something, and I said, well, is there any connection to frog and your mother? And she said, yeah, and the place that, like memorial place I put for her, we put a frog. Yay, connection. Right? But it was, in this story, it was even more interesting. We kept going in the store, me and another lady, and we keep talking with her, and like it's not ending, and I'm like, what's going on here? At a certain point, she's telling me that her mom always said that she should, even if she found a frog, means a guy that is not perfect, she might kiss him and he will turn into prince. Because she was worried that when she will die, she said it. She worried if she will die, her daughter will not have somebody to take care of her. So now, she died from car accident, I think, this mother. She's like, the woman start thinking, well, maybe I should do what my mother said, because this is another thing. When somebody passed, suddenly the words that this person said become really important for us. Even if they're not very smart at a time, we think, oh my God, maybe they know what they're saying. So she started thinking maybe she should now really find somebody that is not perfect, but she will turn him into a prince. As she told me that story, I'm saying, oh my God, this is why your mother didn't leave us yet. Because we keep like going around and around. She wanted to tell you that it's not the right thing. She was wrong. You should not choose a guy that is not good for you. Just and hope that he will turn into this prince. So this is how we after we finished to talk, then this is it. We could leave the store. So, you know what I mean? So people that passed and we are connected to them, they come and they give us all kind of hint that they're around us. We can feel them, we can smell them, we can, people can say, oh my God, I smell the smell of my mother, or oh my God, I saw a picture, like, something. So we have to pay attention to those things. They are around us. For sure, everybody that died, stay around the people that they love, or as a spirit in the right place, or as a ghost, or as a guardian, but they stay.
Here's a question I have.
Okay.
The last show we talked about reincarnation.
Mm-hmm.
So if a spirit goes and passes on, then would they reincarnate into the next life? Now, but would the specific incarnation of that person, would they stick around to watch over their family, or do they just hang around for as long as they want and then move on to the next life?
Okay. So this is a very good question, actually. When a person passed, even if they reincarnate, there is part of the spirit that stay there, connected to this family. So could be that this person will come into the same family. So we can feel it, and most people feel it. They kind of know it. They know that it is something there. Like, I went to fix my nails a few months ago, and a lady next to me was sitting, a lady, very pregnant, and we start talking, and I say, this is what I do, and she say, you know what, I really would love to know if my grandmother reincarnate, and my family, maybe my daughter, that she's 13 or 15, I don't remember. So it took a while, I needed to check it, meantime I did my nails, and then I connected, and then I found out that actually the new baby is going to be like the reincarnation of her grandmother. So the grandmother is coming back to life, and it's very interesting because she was sitting next to me, and we start talking, and she wanted really to know about it before she met me, but once that she met me, it was, she got answered. So the spirit could be, part of the spirit stay with the family, and part of the other part could be reincarnating. So does it answer to your question?
Yeah, so basically some part of you never really dies or goes away.
Yeah, well, the spirit never died. So the spirit keep in touch with different times, but it's not very easy to explain, because you could be going after a certain family for a long time, being connected to the next and next and next generation, and you might come, if you do it, it's probably because you want to reincarnate again in this family. So it could be 200 years after, you will come back through one of your grandchildren.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
So next question is: are human beings the only creatures that have ghosts?
Say it again.
Are human beings the only creatures on the planet that have ghosts?
In other words, can animals have spirits or ghosts?
Right.
Yeah, of course. And I believe that many, remember we talked that I believe that most pets today are reincarnation of people. And definitely, we have, if you have animal pet that passed, this pet is as a spirit now coming next to you, and it could be even your guardian. So it could be somebody next to you, but again, they are in a spiritual place, but they keep in touch with their family. Okay?
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I was told by another medium that a cat that I had follows me around.
Right.
And I was surprised because I had been with this cat for a number of years, and then I left, and the cat was not in my house, it was in my ex-wife's house. And the spirit still continues, he continues to follow me around. And I found that to be strange simply because, I shouldn't say that, because when I saw him, right before he passed on, he was very affectionate, which was really, really uncommon for that particular animal. So I guess animals stay with you, and I guess they evolve as well?
Right. Well, animals, I think, this is my point. I mean, this is my point of view, okay? So people can think differently, but I think animal by itself, if it's just an animal, they're not like reincarnating. But if there is a spirit of human there, they do. Okay, so if I was animal in past lifetime, we all were, like in one time or another. I was a wolf, and I had many people that were like into a wolf, in the past. They have very strong connection to wolf. And I know if you hear it, if you are listening to this and you had this kind of feeling, you were a wolf, because wolf is very strong energy, and it's very like
Intense.
Mm-hmm.
Intense, and it's a lot like human, because if the group, the living group, there is a leader, there are a lot of things there that happen this way. But I know that every person that they talk, that they had that past, they come to say something and to comfort, because it's very painful. Like most people see the pets like a child, like somebody that belongs. And it's very hard to think that it's gone, but they're not gone. They're in the spiritual world watching over.
Just a different realm.
No.
The same
Actually,
realm?
you can see, like I had a puppy that, died at a very young age because it was like this disease that they had to take all the dogs away from the community where I lived in,
Rabies?
Yes.
Rabies.
And, I forgot, there you go. And I know that the spirit is next to me. Okay? So, and I know that the spirit is with my family that passed. So it's like you create another family in the other world, in the spiritual world, that all the family and the dogs and the cats or whatever it is are there. They're not in a separate place. They're in the same place.
It's like the group of people that is connected to you in life stays connected to you together in death.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
I had a question about the concept of poltergeist.
What is a poltergeist?
Yeah, what is a poltergeist, and do they exist?
This is the question I don't know how to answer.
We will not include that in the thing. Don't worry about it. Okay. I'll just.
Well, I have another question. You've been a medium here in the United States, and
Yeah.
you've also done it in other parts of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, people have come forward to ask you so that they can speak to those that have left. Has it been more difficult to do it in the United States as opposed to other countries?
I don't think so.
It's the same.
It's the same thing, because the people that usually come to me are open to know. Okay, so usually people that come to me are people that want to know, they want to listen, they're open to the answer. I don't go around and try to find people that are they don't believe, they don't understand, nor in Israel or Uruguay or any place that they lived or I was. All people felt attracted to me to ask me the question, or I felt like that they have to talk with them, and they were ready, they wanted to know. Rarely it happened that they don't. So I don't see big different. Okay.
So it continues to be the same no matter where you are in the world.
Right. I mean, I can talk with people, channel to people in Australia, or in Israel, or other places, and I did.
And you have.
Yes, I don't, because the spirit, like I am getting to a place where there's no distance, there's no problem of distance anymore. It's in a spiritual place where time and distance mean nothing. So I can in this place go to the past, all the way to the past. I can go all the way to the future, and when I can be in the present. Although I say again, I don't read the future for a reason, but I can go there.
All right. You got another question?
Does the concept of an evil spirit exist?
Sadly enough, yes. Okay, there are spirits that are negative. Okay, they're negative. Now there are people that were negative in life, and when they pass, they stay negative. There are people that were negative in life, and when they pass, they go back to be good. I don't want to say good. They become again maybe neutral. They understand what they did wrong. There are spirits, they were created negative. They're negative, and they were created this way. So as we have angels and good spirits or positive spirits, we have the ones that are not.
Right.
Make sense?
That makes sense.
Okay, commercial?
Yeah.
All right, so why don't we take a break and we'll be right back with more Calypso Soul.
Life contains all the natural elements of earth, wind, light, water, combined with the inner soul we all have. By bringing light to your past lives, you can improve and enhance your present and future. Introducing Calypso Shah, a spiritual healer who will help you overcome personal fears, addictions, and blockages by discovering the cause of them from past life traumatic events.
I am here to help you to find the origin of your problems from past lifetime that are affecting this lifetime. Do you feel like your love life is a broken record? I believe the issues lovers have in relationships are the result of past life experiences. Together we will journey into your past to bring the power of love and trust back into your present. Join me for a past life reading and discover the healing power within you. Unlock the secrets of your soul at the Calypso Shah Spiritual Center. Call us to book an appointment today at 561-808-9108.
Good afternoon and welcome back to the Boca Soul Show. Today, Calypso Shah will be covering the topics of being a medium and angels. Again, we'll be covering a little bit more about what a medium is, what a medium does, and questions related to spirits. And then, very soon afterwards, we'll be discussing angels. If you have any questions about today's subject matter, you can call 561-808-9108. Okay. Hello again, Calypso.
Hello, how you doing?
Very good. Again.
Very good. We're happy.
Yes. Okay. So let's talk just a little bit more. I had a couple more questions about spirits and your work as a medium.
Okay.
And then we'll move on to questions about angels and what they are and things of that nature.
No problem.
Okay. So one very key thing I didn't ask before the break was, why should we connect to people that have passed away?
Well, I think that naturally we all want to connect to people that we loved and passed away, our parents, brother, sister, friends, etc. We all want to connect with them because we were connected in life and now they're gone. We miss them. We want somehow to connect to the, even if it's a little bit, even if something very insignificant almost, it makes a lot of, it's very important for us. So, good reason, right?
That's a good reason. Yes. So the people that we love, they can stay with us very long after they die, correct?
Well, they stay in a completely different way, and we spoke about passing and from the spiritual watching over us. We spoke about even ghost and about guardian. We had to talk about guardian.
Right, that was actually leading into my question about, can a person become a guardian angel?
I'm psychic. I can tell what you're going to ask.
Exactly.
So many people become a guardian. They choose to be a guardian even, normally in a family, mother probably will pass and she will become the guardian of the daughter, father, stuff like this. But even a son or a friend or neighbor could become a guardian. It's depend of what the connection between these people and their life when they lived. So I saw actually another show, and it's called Angel Among Us. So it's interesting to see another person doing what I'm doing, but I do past lifetime and medium, they do just medium. And we found out that a lot of people really feel that this person is their guardian. They say, wow, I had this accident, I had these things, and I felt that this person was there, but I wanted to be sure that this person was there. If you think it, it's this. Because we don't think about anything by mistake. Everything is, with purpose. Okay? Makes sense what I'm saying?
Yes. So could you explain a little bit about what a guardian angel is, per se?
Well, a guardian angel is actually a spirit that chooses to be next to this person and be there in tough times. In good times too, but in tough times especially. So it could be an event when you are in a car accident and your car rolled over and over and over again, and you should be dead, and then you go out of the car without scratch. Somebody was there and helped you and protected you.
Right.
Okay? It could be just a situation where you study for a test and you are so devastated and you're not sure that you can do it, and this guardian angel is standing there and support you and make you feel like, yes, I can do it. Okay?
I could use one of those.
Say it again?
I could use one of those, sorry.
Of course, we all do. So it is somebody that stays next to you sometimes from the beginning of your life. It could be a grandfather that died before you were born that is next to you all the time. It could be somebody that passed away, a friend or family member. And it could be that this person will not be there for the rest of your life. Somebody else will come there. So this is what it is.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll use that as a segue into the next topic of this show, which is angels.
Yay, angels.
Angels.
I love them.
Angels.
I love them.
Okay. So, what is an angel?
An angel is a spiritual being that is, above all the spirits, because we have a lot of spirits, but they are the ones that they were born to be that, to be protective and to try to help people. So you have the high angels, Gabriel, Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, etc., that they are, like the higher. And there are many others. And each person in the world have angels. They have the higher angels helping them, and they have other angels that are specifically working with them, and then they have other spirits that are family or people that passed away that help them. So I talked yesterday with a client that I had, and I said, look, if you would know how many spirits, beings, and ghosts, and who knows what else are around you whenever you walk, you'll feel really crowded. You'll feel like, oh my God, because we have so many that surround us. Okay?
Okay. So, can a human being become an angel, besides being a guardian angel?
I can give you a good answer that you will like. Many people on this planet are actually angels that came down to experience being human.
Okay.
Make sense?
Okay.
So many people that are actually angels that came to live as human. Obviously, once that they're in a human body, they're in this world, they will not be perfect, because we think that angel is perfect. Say somebody, he is an angel, it means that he's perfect. Once that they come into this world, they stop being perfect, but they still have this wish to help humanity. They still are having all this kind of like strong energy and
Good quality.
powers and qualities. Yeah.
Okay.
What dictates how angels interact? You know, what is it that they do, that we do, that interacts? Because I don't know if we as people have angels, guardian angels. All of us have guardian angels around us, or do we have guardians? And is there a difference?
Okay, so we have both. We have everything. We have everything around us. We have guardian angels, which usually are people that were in life with us, and they come in to watch over us. We have angels that are watching us from the day that we were born. Sometimes they change. So it could be that one angel will stop and another angel will come in, but we have all of them. Okay?
So you can have guardian angels and guardians?
Everybody is it. Not you can. Everybody is it. This is the deal. Everybody is them. We are, like I said, we are surrounded. What the difference between people like me that have a lot of energy around us and we connect to higher places. We have much more spirits around us, much more beings around us that that use this energy, need this energy. So I am attracted to a lot of people that passed, that are ghosts, or they're not in the right place, or they need help, or they want to connect with other people. So this is a big difference with people like me. I have much more than other normal people have. They have a lot too, but I have much more. It's overwhelming. Like many times I feel like really overwhelmed because there's so much. You know what I mean? It's like like the flies when they see the light or the bulb in summer night.
Right.
That's all the beings, because we have, and this is something that people maybe don't understand. We just understand that we are here. There are many others. There are other dimensions to this planet. There are other beings, different forms, different way, but they're all energy that are around us, and they need energy. So they don't know how to find the energy by themselves. They will try to get from us. Since we are so immature about it and we don't understand it, we're basically letting them do it. So even me that I know a lot about it, many times I go into a public place and I'm like, I can't even breathe. Or I go into a garden, like you say, garden is supposed to relax you. There's so many other energies around us, energy of animals, energy of plants, energy of others, overwhelming. Like when I go into a pet store, I leave after a short time shaking from the energy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Overwhelming energy.
Very overwhelming. Yeah.
And that brings another question. If people who are listening today, Calypso, want to call your number as a medium, are you able to help them can you be a medium to them over the phone?
Yes. I can do it over the phone.
And you could do it over the phone. And I always found that to be special because somebody you've never met before. And I've seen it on television. I've seen people who do it. But I've seen it face to face. I've never seen anybody able to do it over the phone effectively, because I guess there's no sense you're in the room with the person when you have them in the phone. Is that how it works?
Well, again, like when I do my work, when I channel to people and they call me from other places in the world, to distance, it doesn't make any difference for me. So why should, and the connection to spirit, the spirit want me to connect to. Okay, so this person decide, I have to call the medium. It's mean that the spirit that they want to connect is already ready to talk with me. So the spirit will make itself available to me to see what I need to see. Okay? So I don't have any problem about doing it on email or phone. Obviously, I always prefer to see the person. It's always much more intimate and easy for me and for the person. I can do it on Skype. People, you can always drive 100 miles away to see a person like me, or not always you can come, but, yes, I can do it. It doesn't matter what the distance. It doesn't mean that I'm always will be 100% perfectly right,
Right. There is no 100% accuracy in anything.
Yeah. Up to now, I didn't have problems. Rarely I have problems that I couldn't do. I know some other people that do my work that they say sometimes, you know what, I can't do this. I can with you, I can do it. Something is going on and they can't work with this specific person. Thank God never happened to me. So, there is hope.
Have you gotten better at it over time? Has it become more clearer to you?
Yeah. As the time goes by, the way I see the things, the symbols that I see, the way how I process things is getting better and better. And I trust myself more and more because I see that I'm correct. So, if I do the session and I see the symbol, a word come in my mind, a vision come to me, I say it. It's a question of trusting what you know already. That's what I think it is. Because in the beginning, when I thought about something, I thought, I'm not going to say it. Yesterday I had climbed, and I thought, well, I have to tell something really uncomfortable. Should I say it, should I not? And it was split of second of decision. I said, I'm going to tell you something. I hope you will not be upset, but I'm going to tell you. And I said, and it was perfectly correct. What I said, and she accepted it because it was something that she acknowledged.
She needed to hear it.
Yeah, she needed to hear and she acknowledged. So I'm saying it's a very good question. With the time, when you do this kind of things, with the time, you get all these little things are already, you know what you see and you know that you have to say it. And it can happen that you say, I don't know, but then you say it anyway. We say it in Hebrew, ala chaim ve'ala mavet. It's like almost on life and death. I mean, if I will die, die. If I live, live. I have to say it.
Whether I live or whether I die.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I will have to say it. This is what it is.
And does a lot of the information that people ask you, have you ever gotten that someone from another, not even in your family, but from outside of your family, wants to deliver a message? Sometimes they want to deliver a message for somebody else. Like a spirit will come to you and say, listen, tell him, and I may not even know who he is. Again, like ghosts, he went through somebody who was able to do that kind of deal. Has that happened to you a lot?
Right. I think that many times the spirits are the ones that put the pressure on this person to go to people like me. Because the spirit want to connect. And many times people say, well, I really wanted to connect with this person, but I was like, I don't know if I should talk with a person like you. I don't know, yes and yes. And then they felt like they needed to do it. Or suddenly we meet in the store. I mean, like it happened to me with this lady. We met in the store. Her mother wanted to deliver something for her. So she probably made her go to the store. Whomever is in charge of me doing things, send me to this specific store. I never went to this store before and after. So we will talk. So from the spiritual world, they manipulate me to do different things to make it right, as much as they manipulate these people to do it. So it's not only about connecting with people that passed, it's about everything. I always say that I meet people and the right time and the right place. It doesn't matter where. Because it's not like just people coming to me, it's me going to a place. I go to a restaurant, I go to a store, I go wherever I go. buying clothing, and people come to me or come to them, and we start talking. So it's like from above, I think we kind of have somebody that is pushing us together. But it can happen that I need to know something. So for me, it's hard for me to know about myself. And I always said that God created us in such a way that we will not be too ego, like we don't have the ego, I don't need anybody. When I need information, many times I go to somebody else and do what I do to tell me what they need. And even if I know, sometimes I say, already, you know what you need to know. And sometimes I'm like, even if I know what I know, I need to hear it from somebody else, because we need to, to share with others. We can't just think that we know everything. Make sense?
Makes sense. We got an email, a person wanting to know, when did you realize the first time that you had this gift?
Well, I think probably I had it all my life, and here and there I had these moments where I knew better than everybody else, but I didn't understand it because I couldn't. I grew up in a society where they didn't believe in spirits, God, and anything. I realized for sure that I have it when I was in Israel and I looked in the picture. This is something I told many times, but I can say it again. And for some reason, I felt pain in my ear, and for some reason, I said, what happened with this person? This person has a problem with his ear. So it was not like I didn't say, well, it's my ears hurting. I understood somewhere inside me that it's somebody else. So this was the first time I started, and 1 month after I was like already, interviewing newspapers and all that, because it was like suddenly everything came out of me. But through the years, I was considered as a very intuitive person.
Thank you, Calypso. We appreciate your wisdom very much.
Thank you very much for listening to me.
Of course. And if you have any questions, again, about today's subject matter, you can call 561-808-9108 and find more about what Calypso does. Yeah.
And thank you very much. Have a nice afternoon.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to Boca Soul, featuring Calypso, brought to you by the Calypso Shah Spiritual Center in Boca Raton, specializing in past lives readings, astrology, plus energy healing, event planning, and more. Calypso Spiritual Center, where you discover the beauty of your soul. Call 561-808-9180 to make your appointment. And tune in again next week for more Boca Soul.